this week of Valentine's Day, love has been on the brain. So tonight I want to talk about loving ourselves, self love. Without self love, I don't feel that we can actually achieve that state of well being and that state of happiness that we are after. So, self love is accepting who you are, it is knowing who you are and treating yourself well, treating yourself respectfully, and honoring who you are as an individual person. Except that things get in the way of that sometimes. You know, as we grow up, we accept these beliefs that we pick up about ourselves as being true. Those beliefs in turn fuel that inner critic that we talked about a while back. And that inner critic then beats us up, right? And tells us that we're not good enough and we're not lovable and we're not perfect and we're not doing it right. And we hear all those messages and we lose track of our self love. Now, I personally believe that we are made out of love and that self love is inside of us. It's a matter of getting back in touch with it. And it's a matter of putting ourselves first, of loving ourselves before we love anybody else, because the fact is, if we don't love ourselves, we cannot love other people adequately. We cannot love them more than we love us. Our ability to love other people comes from our own love just beaming out of us, right? So yes, this week of love, you know, even if you didn't have somebody special to celebrate Valentine's Day with, I hope that you had yourself and that you had yourself held in love. All of us are totally worthy of love. I believe this so much. We are all worthy of love. My favorite mantra that I use all the time is I do the best that I can with the tools that I have. My intentions are good and I am worthy of love. You are worthy of love. You are a wonderful, unique, special person. You don't need to do things perfectly in order to be worthy of love. You need to see yourself as who you really are and accept yourself for who you really are. It would suck if we were all the same. We don't all need to be perfect. What is perfect? What is perfect? You know, I used to work a job in an IV room making IV bags of medications for infants, sometimes premature infants who were tiny, and children. And I had to be perfect there. As perfect as one could be, right? You could never be perfect. But in my real life, in my normal life, I do not strive for perfection anymore. I used to. I used to have that voice inside my head beating me up every time I made a mistake. Every time I did something that didn't seem quite right, I didn't say the exact right thing. I don't do that anymore. Me being perfect in regular life does not matter. I'm not making IV bags for children anymore. I'm loving myself. I'm loving myself through my imperfections. I'm giving myself grace. I'm accepting that I learn and I grow and I will do better next time. This entire thing of being an entrepreneur, of making these videos, of everything is a learning experience. But I'm getting better at it, I hope. And I'm learning, I'm doing new things, I'm seeing new sides of myself and I'm appreciating them. And when I make a mistake, I admit it. I admit it. And I still am okay. I'm okay. So knowing what you need and you want, honoring yourself. You are going to love yourself better than anyone else because you can focus on you more than anyone else can focus on you. You know, figure out what you need and want and honor it. Take care of yourself, set boundaries, stick to them. Be flexible, be grace, embody grace. And what I mean by that is let yourself mess up. It's okay. We all try to do too much. We go gung-ho on something. It's human nature. We decide we're gonna do something and we try to make all the changes all at once, you know, and then we can't win. We can't hold up to that. But we can look at what really happened. We can celebrate our little steps forward. We can honor ourselves for growing and changing and being more true to who we really are. Maybe we're not a person who gets up at 5 a.m. and hits the gym. That's just not who we are, and we can still love ourselves. We can still love ourselves. We can make it work. So, yeah, I'm going to be talking a little bit more about self-love and how to cultivate and grow some self-love because I do think it is just so important to being happy. Everything from having a kinder inner monologue that we've talked about, to being able to love and connect and have compassion and empathy for others and have connection to others in our lives. All those things that make us really happy. Connecting to spirit, all of that is so important. So that's where I'm going with this. I'm going to talk about those things the next few days. But for now, just think about how are you special? How are you you? How can you love you?